Okay, so hello to everyone here this morning live. Good to have you. We are going to repeat the practice that we did Tuesday. Okay, so I have, and you will need nearby because we'll be using them on a regular basis, your blocks. Okay, and then what I did is I have a nice blanket, and I took on a blanket. I'm going to sit on it for the first acupressure points. And then after that, I'll be maybe using it as well on me to make myself more comfortable. So I'm going to start timing. Don't mind, you're going to hear me saying, oh, time, time. It's just not to lose track, okay? So we are first going to do what we did last in our last session, which is come and sit on your sit bones. So find your sit bones in whatever way comes, okay? So you just shift yourself from side to side. Here you are all seasoned and you all know how to do it. I personally like to lift myself up. Okay. And the first point we're going to be working with, let me remind you, is you go between the big toe and the second one. You go straight directly over the mound of the sole of your foot where the skin is darker. And where the skin becomes lighter, you begin to press around here. And we're going to be here for about a minute. So for the moment, when you press, it's a gentle press. It's not, it's nothing hard. And if you are unsure of the location, just prod it gently with your thumb. Okay. And you might find, so I'm working with my left foot, okay? And I'm actually looking and I'm looking for it. And when you feel, ah, yes, okay, I'm going to begin the timer. We're going to be here for about a minute and a half, okay? So don't worry so much. Make yourself comfortable. And the idea is really is to come into your sit bone. It's really the start of the session. To close your eyes, to enter your inner landscape. To feel the sensation of your thumb onto your foot. And gradually, as you are settling down in the pose, bringing your presence into the point. So for the moment, you're breathing in and out through the nose, unless you wish to exhale through the mouth. But the breath is gentle and subtle. And we are just arriving in our body. We're just arriving in a session. So taking time with yourself. Beautiful. We're going to release this. And gently, you're going to take the same leg. You're going to look at your knee. We didn't do that point the last time. And look at your kneecap. You can, and you go and place about 3 fingers wide below your knee. Okay, so feel the kneecap, feel the knee, and then put 3 fingers wide, and then come out towards the left side, the external part of your foot. And then if you move your foot, you're going to feel there is a muscle there. So it's a point between the 2 bones. Okay, and again, just this one, you might need to apply a little bit more pressure to prod it, to find it. That's the stomach point as well. And then when you have it, we're going to be there for just a minute. And you might find a little bit of sensitivity here. And obviously, it's not about pushing hard. It's by present here. And closing your eyes again and traveling, being a somanote, really traveling inside the body, floating on your cells, looking at sensation. And if you're still unsure about finding that point, move your foot and you'll feel a muscle that are actually moving and you know you're on the point. And it doesn't have to be precise. It can be just, it's yoga. It's yin yoga. Beautiful. And then release this. Allow the legs to go nice and long for a little while. Going back into your sit bone, going back into the whole space of your body. And then gently picking up the opposite foot, rolling between big toe and second toe. And the same, drawing a straight line down over the mount of your foot over. And then when the skin becomes lighter, begin to apply a pressure, a gentle pressure, and then come here and we'll be there for uh, a good minute. And reverting back to your breath and sensing your thumb on your skin and possibly something else coming up. You might find that that foot is more sensitive or more responsive or less responsive. Beautiful. Okay, and we're going to release this. Put the sole of the foot back to the floor. Figure out your knee. If you need to do it with it flat, it's fine. Put 3, 4 fingers, I think it's 3 fingers underneath the kneecap and walk on the outside of your knee, okay, between the two bones, and then moving your foot, and you're going to feel, and then you, very often when you find a point, there's a bit of a sensitivity at first that tells you, ah, yes, it's here. Okay, and we're going to hold this for a minute. Again, closing your eyes. Don't allow the mind to allow doubts, just trust the process that it's not, it's good enough. And breathe into that point, breathe into the leg, breathe into the connection between your finger and the leg. Beautiful. And gently release. Bringing that legs nice and long, gently tapping both legs to the floor. So yin is known to be a best practice in the morning where we actually haven't moved. So the connective tissue can really benefit. All right. So we're going to do what we did last session, which was going into a child pose. So it's a child pose where the big toes are together, feet are nice and wide, and we're going to be stacking our arms. So we're holding the opposite elbow, okay? And from there, we really round up and we come and rest on our forehead or on the floor. And we're going to be there for 3 minutes. And there is nothing to do but allowing the pull of gravity to organize your body in a way that your body is responsive and gently travel towards the earth. Breathing in and out through the nose or in and out through the mouth, as breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. But keep the breath gentle. Keep the breath subtle. You don't want to activate the yang part of us. Just allow everything to melt. Noticing the two toes, the two big toes touching one another. Inviting without using the muscle, but using the relaxation. Inviting the buttock to travel towards your heel. Softening. So that you're exhaling through the mouth, gentle exhale, nice long but super gentle. If you find that it's hard to have the head down to the floor, you might want to use a block and put your head on the block. That could be a possibility. And take a big breath in through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. And we're gently going to transition to have both of your elbow in front of you and then resting your hands on your shoulder, fingers pointing towards your feet. If you feel that's too low and too much, you can use your block. That's where the block becomes super useful. And you put your block on your elbows on your block, and you come and rest the head between the blocks. Should that be not comfortable for you, you can use your blocks. YIN has a lot of props this way so that you have space for your head as well. Okay, so notice we are not looking to make any effort, just to find our edge. Okay, so notice what you need. We're going to be in this pose for another minute or so. Beautiful. And then take a big breath in, revert back, exhale out through the mouth, and then push yourself back up so that we come onto all four. On all four, extend your arm in front of you. Yeah. So that we've done before, okay? Then you take your left hand and it's going to go and hold on to your right elbow. I'm going to keep my knee and my hip in line, and I'm going to drop to the floor. So my right elbow comes, forearms comes down, and I come to the floor. This is melting heart. Okay, so the idea will be to actually, that the pull of gravity bring the heart towards the floor. So you can rest your head on your forearm if you need to. Okay, and we're going to be there for 2.5 minutes. Exhaling through the mouth. Releasing, allowing the heart center to feel the pull of the earth, cooling it, relaxing all the muscles in your back body. So that may happen. If you have any pressure in your lower back, please come on a block for your head, okay? So don't allow any pain to creep up. Relaxing the jaws, lengthening, but the lengthening is happening by itself. Staying in the pose, unclenching the teeth if you have a tendency to hold tension in your mouth. Relaxing your buttock, relaxing all of your body. Beautiful. I'm coming to cultivate the silence. Taking a breath in through the nose, exhaling nice and loud through the mouth. And we're going to transition. We're going to change our arm. So our left arm is going to extend. Our right arm is going to come and hold, right hand holding the left elbow. And we're going to be there for another 2.5 minutes, okay? And again, noticing if you have any lower pain in your arm, oh, sorry, in your back, just bring back those blocks, okay? So either for your head, it could be also for your arm. And if you're unsure, you can try the block version. It might be nice. Relaxing, traveling deep into the body, relaxing, breathing in every part, every corner of the body. And allowing the process to unfold without you activating anything. Beautiful. Taking a big breath in. Exhaling through the mouth. Twice more. Big breath in. Exhaling through the mouth. And last one. And we're going to release the pose. We're going to go to rebound pose. So pushing the blocks if you are using the block, sliding forward, coming nice and flat onto the mat. You can turn your head on one side if you like. Your arms are by your side. And just be there for a minute, integrating the work that was done, realigning the spine, Breathing into your belly, sending breath back into the back. Beautiful. And then you're going to create a little fist with your hands. Poke your belly button and then walk about 3-4 centimeters. So let's say an inch, plus of an inch, like an inch and a half away from your belly, and then come and drop back your right fist into your belly. And that we're getting into another acupressure point here, just allowing the skin to melt so it wraps up your wrist, your fist. And your fist is not tight, it's not holding any tension, it's not even trying to be hard. And breathe into it and become present of its presence. Staying alert and awake, becoming aware of the most subtle sensation you receive. And then gently removing that um, wrist, so that was the left hand away, and coming into a sphinx. So remember, sphinx, elbow underneath shoulder, and that's really important in yin, finding your pubic bone, because it is our skeleton, it's our bone that are going to support us. So coming into your yin and noticing that here, I drop my head and I even allow the shoulder to slouch a little bit. And I fall in that pose. Again, once more, if it's too hard for the head, bring a block and allow a bit of support. Okay, the block could also be flat. So practicing, we all have different anatomy, we all have different ability. So trusting. And not using your muscle at all here. Just holding that pose. And imagine you are lying down on a rock that's been soaking the heat for the whole day. And the rock now is radiating the heat, sorry. And that comes into the belly, into your body, and it's melting the organs away, relaxing everything, opening every channel, opening every organs, every glands of the body. It feels nice and it's deeply, deeply relaxing. Then we're going to just bend the left knee and bend the right knee and hold the pose this way. If it's too much on your lower back, please drop one leg or drop both legs. Relaxing the jaws and falling into the pose. Noticing the changes. Remembering to exhale through the mouth to release what needs to be released. And you may start finding your edge. And that's okay. You might feel like, oh, I want to get out of the pose. Breathe in and just accept this sensation, these thoughts, and let it pass. And be very present in your pose, relaxing. Beautiful. Inhale, deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale through the mouth. We're going to change a bit. Your right arm is going to go across your body to support you. And then you're going to take your left arm and go and pick up that first point, that acupressure point we found underneath the foot there earlier on today at the start of the session. And gently pressing it. Allow the head to dangle really. Feel the gentle pull. Again, you might be finding your edge, you might be getting tired. If it's the case and you feel yourself hardening or starting to activate the muscle, just release the pose and go nice and lie down on your belly. Otherwise, just release the left foot. Bring back the left arms across the body to support you and go and grab the other side. So start a journey from between the two, big toe and second toe, and roll over the mound and then find. And remember that you're on that frog that's still radiating that beautiful heat that relaxes you. Melting away all tension, melting away all resistance. And taking a breath in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and releasing the foot, going back down nice and low into your rebound pose. Arms by your side, releasing everything. And exhaling through the mouth as much as you need. Beautiful. Taking your right hand, making the fist with it, poking you, finding your belly button. So I do this with my fingers and then going about 1.5 inches to 2 inches is too wide. 1.5 inches, which is about 4 centimeters, and placing your fist and stay lying down on it. Good. Breathing into your belly, breathing into the point. And then big breath in and exhaling through the mouth a couple of times and removing the fist from underneath you. Beautiful. And picking yourself up. And we're going to come to our last pose, which could be saddle pose. But no, I think we're going to do butterfly pose. So you're going to put your soles of the feet together, okay? And you're going to do it with lying down. It might be the best, okay? And then if you have your block can come and support your knees if needed. And we need to be about 2.5 minutes in that pose. This pose could be done like we did 2 days ago, seated, okay, against the wall. If you rather be that way. I'll go back down. Breathing in through the body, creating space everywhere in the body. Keeping your sense of equanimity, keeping your sense of peace. Cultivating your release. Finding your edge. Remaining present. Don't you see that your mind runs away and is trying to keep itself busy? Bring it back. Bring it back gently with your breath to the sensation in your body. But bring it back in kindness. Remember that you can exhale through the mouth. And how each exhale through the mouth brings you a little bit closer to earth, but also closer to your inner, to your core, to your own center. Finding yourself in the depth of your bone here. Noticing any throbbing, any pulsing, possibly in the abdominal cavity, possibly elsewhere. Beautiful. And then we're going to take 3 deep breaths in and out through the mouth. In your own time. Last one. And allowing the legs to come nice and long. You're going to be into your Shavasana. Realigning the body. Allowing the fluid, allowing the blood to flush through places it could not go in the previous pose. Noticing where you're being called to pay attention to. You might know, it might be a familiar part, it might actually be completely new. Beautiful. And then very gently, big breath in, big exhale through the mouth. And we're going to bring ourselves back to our space, to the room, to our class, to our collective, to being together. Gently bending the knees. You can still exhale through the mouth. And doing whatever is needed. Listen to the body, allow it to move in a way it wants to move there, to bring you back to the center of the room. There's no big rush. And then finding your seated pose once more. Placing your hands on your knees, and if you can, very quickly find those acupressure points. So 3 fingers underneath the knees and on the outside there, and just hold them. And then setting an intention for the rest of your day with whatever sensation have been generated here in this practice. Finding a sense of calmness, a greater presence, a gentler approach, a kinder perspective. And then gently releasing it all, bringing hands into your heart, bowing for respect and love for the mother and for all that is. And I'll say namaste.